Good morning, you two. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Thursday's literacy lesson. Today we're going to be using all your fantastic ideas that you've created over the week and be putting together your similes, your expanded noun phrases to create a brilliant character description of Cyril the Lonely Cloud. So today you will need a pencil, your home learning book and your high five. So if you need to pause the video now to collect any of those things, you can do so now. Okay, so we're going to start with our SPAG starter like we've been doing all week. So today is our last SPAG activity on nouns. So hopefully we've remembered what a noun is. What is a noun? That's right, it's the name of a thing, a person or a place. Fantastic. We're going to look at two different sentences and see if we can find all the nouns in those sentences. So what you can do now is you make sure you've got the date written down. You can write SPAG as our mini title, as our subtitle, and see if you can write down all the nouns that you can find in our sentences. A little bit of a clue, there's going to be more than one noun in each sentence. So pause the video now and see if you can find all of the nouns. Well done for having a go. Don't worry if you didn't find them all. Well done if you did, but we're going to go through it together now to make sure we found all of them correctly together. So the first sentence is, the fireman climbed the ladder, entered through the window and rescued the frightened child. So I need to find all of the words in there that are nouns because they are a name of a thing, a person or a place. So the is not a thing. I can't see the if it was in my room. So the next word, the real noun, will be fireman. If a fireman was here, I could see him, I'd be able to see him in the room and he would be an object. So he's a name of a person and a thing. And the next noun was ladder. He climbed a ladder. A ladder is a thing, you can climb it, you can see it. Fantastic, ladder is a noun. Did you find the next noun? Window. Fantastic, it's a name of a thing, something you can see. I've got one in my room, but also he could climb through it. And the last noun in that sentence, there were four nouns. Child, it's a person, a name of a thing too, so child is a noun. Fantastic. Our next sentence was, when I touched the hedgehog, its prickly spines hurt my fingers, so I poured water on them to cool them down. Did you find all the nouns? The first noun was hedgehog. Hedgehogs are a thing, they're an animal. Next noun was spines. We've even got an adjective there, they were prickly spines, but the noun, the only one that's a thing, is the spines. Fantastic. And it hurt her fingers. Fingers are a noun, here they are. They are a thing, something we can see, and they're an object on our body. So I poured water on them to cool them down. Water, that was a tricky one. Water is a noun because it's an object, something that you can get and you can pour. So water. Well done, you two. Well done if you found them all. Don't worry if you didn't. There were some sneaky ones hiding in there. But just pause the video now and make sure that you've got all of the nouns that we found. Excellent. Okay, so this week we've really been building up our ideas to write in our character description, and today we're really going to focus on combining those ideas to write a detailed character description. So our main focus today is going to be our prepositional openers or our sentence openers. These are a way of starting our sentence, making it exciting, but also giving extra detail about where it is on Cyril. So you've already got your adjectives, expanded noun phrases and similes, and today we're going to be focusing on prepositional openers and writing up our sentences. Okay, so for this part of the lesson we're going to be looking at our waggle together to see if we can magpie our prepositional openers. Now the first sentence opener I used was Cyril the Cloud. Now this isn't a prepositional opener, this is just a sentence opener. Cyril the Cloud But this is a really important way to start my first sentence because it tells you who and which character I'm talking about. If not, if I just started with he is made of fluffy, delicate air, then maybe my reader would be wondering which character I was talking about from the story. So that's a really important way to start my first sentence. My first prepositional sentence opener is in the middle of the cloud. Now a prepositional opener describes where. It gives extra detail where it is I am describing. So this is really important because Cyril is full of smoky soft swirls. He's in the middle of his cloud. It's not on top like his crazy hair. It's not below him. It's not behind him. He's full of smoky soft swirls in the middle of the cloud. So that's a really important way to describe his smoky soft swirls. So I've started with in the middle of the cloud. Cyril is full of smoky soft swirls swishing around like waves in the ocean. Because remember, if we don't tell our readers, they don't know. So see if you can pause the video and remind yourself of the different sentence openers you could use. Excellent. So we have in the middle of the cloud, at the front of the cloud. You could also have behind the cloud. And then we spoke about when Cyril is miserable. So not just about where, but how he's feeling, because the appearance of Cyril changes depending on how he is feeling. When he's feeling miserable, he gets darker, he gets bigger, he becomes full of more blue colours. But when he's happy, he has tears of joy, it's pouring out of him, there are rainbows, and he has a beaming smile, so it changes his appearance. And then we've also got underneath Cyril. Now you should already have these written out in your book from when we looked at the waggle together, so there's no need to write these out again. You can just remember to keep looking back at these so that you can magpie and steal them to use in your sentences, or you can use these to magpie and create your own ideas. So just take a pause now and make sure you know where to find these in your book from Monday's lesson so that you can magpie these prepositional openers. Fantastic. Okay, so what I've done on my page is I found the page where we wrote our expanded noun phrases and added the similes, and also I've written down on the slide all the prepositional openers. Now you don't need to do this. All you need to do is make sure that you can see the page with your expanded noun phrases and similes and know where to find the sentence openers. However, when you are writing it, I will be pausing this page so you will be able to see the prepositional openers down here that I've written in green, so you can magpie those too. So just take a minute to pause the video and make sure you know where you are looking, because these will be really important for when we're writing our sentences. Okay, so we've already done all our thinking, we've already got all our brilliant ideas. Now all we're going to do is piece it together like a jigsaw to write a really detailed character description of Cyril. So the first thing I need to do is to start with one of my prepositional openers. So my sentence starters are down here. They're the first things I need to piece together in my sentence. So remember, it was really important to start my first sentence with Cyril the Cloud so that my reader knows who I'm talking about. So I'm going to start my sentence with Cyril, and I'm going to up-level it by calling him Cyril the Lonely Cloud, to add just a little bit of extra detail. And after my opener, we always need a comma. So pause the video now and see if you can write your first prepositional opener only that you're going to use for the first sentence. And when you've got your comma, you can come back to the video just like me. Okay, so I'm going to now choose an expanded noun phrase and a simile to go with my prepositional opener to finish off my sentence. So I've got Cyril the Lonely Cloud, something. So I could add fluffy delicate air like a marshmallow, gloomy grey swirls like smoke pouring out of a chimney, or black circular eyes as dark and as round as a cave. I'm going to use Cyril the lonely cloud, fluffy delicate air like a marshmallow. Now that didn't quite make sense because I need Cyril the lonely cloud is fluffy delicate air. That doesn't make sense. Cyril the lonely cloud has fluffy delicate air like a marshmallow. Brilliant. So Cyril the lonely cloud has fluffy, delicate air like a marshmallow. Oh, I'm not going to fit that on, so I'm going to put marsh and then mellow under here. Now that's quite a descriptive sentence that I want my reader to say with real enthusiasm and expression. So I'm not going to finish with a full stop. I want them to say it with feeling. So what am I going to finish my sentence with? Brilliant, an exclamation mark. Because then they're not going to read it in a robot voice or just saying, they're going to read it with expression. So Cyril the lonely cloud has fluffy, delicate air like a marshmallow. Fantastic! See if you can pause the video now using your sentence openers like I have and join them up with your expanded noun phrases and your similes. So remember, use the ideas that you've already written to create your lovely detailed sentences. I've only done one. See if you can use all of the expanded noun phrases that you've created, remembering starting with our prepositional openers. Pause the video now and have a go. Have you finished your fantastic sentences? Brilliant! Can you hold them up so I can see how beautiful your handwriting is? Amazing! I love that you are still striving with your beautiful presentation. Okay, so even though we've done brilliant writing, it's always important to go back, proofread, see if we can up-level it and check our writing. So to do this, you're going to need your high five from your home learning pack. So if you need to pause to find this now, you can pause now. Brilliant. Okay, so first, let's see if you can find any mistakes by proofreading my sentences. So while you've been busy in a way, I've also been busy writing a little bit more on my character description, but I'm sure you've written more than I have. See if you can pause the video and find any mistakes in my writing. Remember, if I've got an expanded noun phrase with two adjectives, I make sure I've got a comma. You can be checking my spelling and also checking any capital letters. Remember, capital letters for people's names. Have a pause now and see how many mistakes you can find. Did you find all of my mistakes? Brilliant, let's check together. Cyril the lonely cloud has fluffy delicate air like a marshmallow. That's right, I didn't use a capital letter. Now I'm not going to rub it out or worry about it, because remember, if I make mistakes it means I'm learning, so I'm just going to cross it out and do it nice and neatly on top. When you do yours, you could change yours into a different coloured pen so that you can see really clearly your proofreading and your up-levelling. Okay, let's carry on. Shout stop if you hear or spot a mistake. In the middle of, that's right, of. That's not how we spell of. Of is one of our red words. We need a O and a O and a F. Fantastic. Going to go back to the start of my sentence so I remember where I am. In the middle of his face, Cyril. Perfect. Cyril needs a capital letter because it's a character's name. So make sure if it's a capital letter, it must be bigger than the rest of the letters and not joined up so that it really stands out. Okay, let's go back to the start of my sentence. Remember to pause and shout stop when you find a mistake. In the middle of his face, Cyril has black, circular, silly me, I forgot my comma for my expanded noun phrase because I've got adjective, comma, adjective noun. His eyes are black and circular. Fantastic. In the middle of his face, Cyril has black circular eyes, as dark and as round as a cave, and I've even finished with an exclamation mark. Now it's your turn. Use your high five, and you can even, if you have a whiteboard pen, tick off the ones that you have checked. Remember, your bonus high five in the middle is your commas for your expanded noun phrases. So pause the video now and check your sentences using your high five. Okay, well done year 2. My last challenge before I finish my character description is to up level my work, which I'm really going to strive to do, to point out any keywords that I can then go back and make even more exciting. So the first one I've pointed out is fluffy. Now fluffy is an okay word, but we could make this even better. So have a think. What's a better word that I could use that would be more exciting than fluffy? Okay, so I've got fluffy, delicate. Now I'm not really sure of another word for fluffy, so I'm going to describe how he might move. So he's a delicate, this is a tricky one. He's quite graceful when he moves, to describe how delicate he is. Or he's quite gentle, so if he's delicate, he's also gentle. So if there's a strong gust of wind, it might break him apart. So I'm going to change that to gentle. Has gentle, delicate air like a marshmallow, just for an extra strive to make it extra exciting. Okay, my next sentence. In the middle of his face, Cyril has black circular eyes. Now I really like the word circular. I'm not too sure about black. How could I make this even more exciting? Pause the video now and have a little think. Okay, black. Not sure about black, but maybe I could add some extra words to it to make it more exciting, like midnight black, black as. I've got it. I'm going to change it to pitch black to add some extra detail. Let me try that sentence now. In the middle of his face, Cyril has pitch black circular eyes, as dark and as round as a cave. Fantastic, I really like that now. So see if you can pause the video and up level some of your vocabulary too. Fantastic up level in year 2. It can be quite tricky at times to go back and check and to put extra effort into your work, but that's really important that we put that extra challenge in and that extra strive to make sure that our writing is as detailed and as descriptive as it can be, and making sure that we take that time to check for those little mistakes. So well done. You should now have finished your character descriptions, which I'm sure are amazing. And because of the slow build-up that we've taken throughout the week, we should now have character descriptions that have lots of adjectives, which are turned into expanded noun phrases. We have similes to describe and compare for extra detail, and prepositional openers, so we're starting our sentence describing where we are describing on Cyril. So well done year 2. I am so proud of you. Don't forget to take a picture of your fantastic work and upload it to Seesaw, or if you would like to, you could even film yourself reading your fantastic work. You should be so proud of yourself. Well done year 2, and I will see you on Monday for our next literacy lesson.